Hello, I'm glad you're here. I'm NatsMan, and I'm reading the Bible from beginning to end, from Genesis to Revelations. Please join me in this journey and make God's Word a part of your everyday life. This is video number 22. Today we're reading from the book of Exodus, and we're starting in chapter 9. But before we do, I want to make a short recap of what we read in the last video. In chapter 6, God reaffirms his promise to Israel and reminds Moses of his covenant with Abraham. There's a genealogy of Moses and Aaron, and it is included to establish their authority. In 7, God sends Moses and Aaron to confront Pharaoh. Aaron's staff becomes a serpent, and the first plague begins. The Nile River turns to blood, but Pharaoh still refuses to let the people go. In Exodus 8, God sends more plagues, frogs, gnats, and flies. Pharaoh starts to waver, but always changes his mind after relief comes. God distinguishes between Egypt and his people in these judgments. And with that, we will start Exodus chapter 9. Exodus 9. Then Yahweh says to Moses, "Go into Pharaoh and tell him, this is what Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, says. Let my people go, that they may serve me. For if you refuse to let them go and hold them still, behold, Yahweh's hand is on your livestock, which are in the fields, on the horses, on the donkeys, on the camels, on the herds, and on the flocks, with a very grievous pestilence. Yahweh will make a distinction between the livestock of Israel and the livestock of Egypt, and nothing shall die of all that belongs to the children of Israel." Yahweh appointed a set time, saying, "Tomorrow Yahweh shall do this thing in the land." Yahweh did that thing on the next day, and all the livestock of Egypt died. But of the livestock of the children of Israel, not one died. Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not so much as one of the livestock of the Israelites dead. But the heart of Pharaoh was stubborn, and he didn't let the people go. Yahweh said to Moses and to Aaron, "Take handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the sky in the sight of Pharaoh. It shall become small dust over all the land of Egypt, and shall be boils and blisters breaking out on man and on animal throughout all the land of Egypt." They took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up toward the sky, and it became boils and blisters breaking out on man and on animal. The magicians couldn't stand before Moses because of the boils, for the boils were on the magicians and on all the Egyptians. Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he didn't listen to them, as Yahweh had spoken to Moses. Yahweh said to Moses, "Rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh and tell him, this is what Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, says. Let my people go, that they may serve me. For this time I will send all my plagues against your heart, against your officials, and against your people, that you may know that there is no one like me in all the earth. For now I would have stretched out my hand and struck you and your people with pestilence, and you would have you have been cut off from the earth. But indeed, for this cause I have made you stand, to show you my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth, because you still exalt yourself against my people, that you won't let them go. Behold, tomorrow about this time I will cause it to rain in very grievous hail, such as not been in Egypt since the day it was founded, even until now. Now therefore command that all of your livestock and all that you have in the field be brought into shelter. The hail will come down on every man and animal that is found in the field and isn't brought home, and they will die." Those who feared Yahweh's word among the servants of Pharaoh made their servants and their livestock flee into the houses. Whoever didn't respect Yahweh's word left his servants and his livestock in the field. Yahweh said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand toward the sky, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, on man and on animal, and on every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. Moses stretched out his rod toward the heavens, and Yahweh sent thunder and hail and lightning flashed down on the earth. Yahweh rained hail on the land of Egypt, so there was very severe hail and lightning mixed with the hail, such as not been in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation. The hail struck throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and animal, and the hail struck every herb of the field and broke every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, there was no hail. Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron, and said to them, I have sinned this time. Yahweh is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. Pray to Yahweh, for there has been enough of mighty thunderings and hail. I will let you go, and you shall stay no longer. Moses said to him, As soon as I have gone out of the city, I will spread out my hands to Yahweh. The thunders shall cease, and there will not be any more hail, that you may know that the earth is Yahweh's. But as for you and your servants, I know that you don't yet fear Yahweh, our God. The flax and the barley were struck, for the barley had ripened, and the flax was blooming, but the wheat and the spelt were not struck, for they had not grown up. Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread out his hands to Yahweh, and the thunders and hail ceased, but the rain was not poured on the earth. When Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunders had ceased, he sinned yet more and hardened his heart, he and his servants. The heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he didn't let the children of Israel go, just as Yahweh had spoken through Moses. That was 9. We'll go to 10. Yahweh said to Moses, Go into Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I may show these my signs among them, and that you may tell in the hearing of your son and of your son's son what things I have done to Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that you may know that I am Yahweh. Moses and Aaron went in to Pharaoh and said to him, This is what Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, says. How long will you refuse to humble yourself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me, or else if you refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow I will bring locusts into your country, and they shall cover the surface of the earth so that one won't be able to see the earth. They shall eat the residue of that which has escaped, which remains to you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which grows for you out of the field. Your houses shall be filled, and the houses of your servants, and the houses of all Egyptians, as neither your fathers nor your fathers' fathers have seen, since the day that they were on the earth to this day. He turned and went out from Pharaoh. Pharaoh's servants said to him, How long will this man be a snare to us? Let the men go, that they may serve Yahweh their God. Don't you yet know that Egypt is destroyed? Moses and Aaron were brought again to Pharaoh, and he said to them, Go serve Yahweh your God, but who are those who will go? Moses said, We will go with our young and with our old. We will go with our sons and with our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds, for we must hold a feast to Yahweh. He said to them, Yahweh will be with you if I let you go with your little ones. See, evil is clearly before your faces. Not so. Go now, you who are men, and serve Yahweh, for that is what you desire. Then they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. Yahweh said to Moses, Stretch out your hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up on the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail has left. So Moses stretched out his rod over the land of Egypt, and Yahweh brought an east wind on the land all that day and all night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. The locusts went up all over the land of Egypt and rested in all the borders of Egypt. They were very grievous. Before them there were no such locusts as they, nor will there ever be again. For they covered the surface of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they ate every herb of the land and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left. There remained nothing green, either tree or herb of the field, through all the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste, and he said, I have sinned against Yahweh your God and against you. Now therefore, please forgive my sin again, and pray to Yahweh your God, that he may also take away from me this death. Moses went out from Pharaoh and prayed to Yahweh, and Yahweh sent an exceedingly strong west wind, which took up the locusts and drove them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the borders of Egypt. But Yahweh hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he didn't let the children of Israel go. Yahweh said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand toward the sky, and there will be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt." Moses stretched out his hand toward the sky, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt for 3 days. They didn't see one another, and nobody rose from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. Pharaoh called to Moses and said, "Go serve your Yahweh, only let our flocks and your herds stay behind. Let your little ones also go with you." Moses said, "You must also give into your hands sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice to Yahweh our God. Our livestock also shall go with us, not a hoof shall be left behind. For of it we must take to serve Yahweh our God, and we don't know with what we must serve Yahweh until we come there." But Yahweh hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he wouldn't let them go. Pharaoh said to them, "Get away from me. Be careful to see my face no more, for in the day that you see my face, you shall die." Moses said, "You have spoken well. I will see your face again no more." That was 10. And that will do today. 8, 9, wait a minute. 6, 7, 8. No, we'll do one more. We'll do 11. Yeah, we've got a little bit of time. Exodus 11. Yahweh said to Moses, "I will bring yet one more plague on Pharaoh and on Egypt. Afterward, he will let you go. When he lets you go, he will surely thrust you out altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man ask of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold." Yahweh gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. Moses said, "This is what Yahweh says. About midnight I will go out into the middle of Egypt, and all the firstborn of the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sits on a throne, even to the firstborn of the female servant who is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of livestock. There will be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there has never been, nor will be any more. But against any of the children of Israel, a dog won't even bark or move its tongue against man or animal, that you may know that Yahweh makes a distinction between the Egyptians and Israel. All these servants of yours will come down to me and bow down themselves to me, saying, 'Get out with all the people who follow you.' After that I will go out." He went out from Pharaoh in hot anger. Yahweh said to Moses, "Pharaoh won't listen to me, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt." Moses and Aaron did all the wonders before Pharaoh, yet Yahweh hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he didn't let the children of Israel out of his land. That's the end of 11. We'll end there. That was the book of Exodus. That was 9, 10, and 11. Chapters 9, 10, and 11. Yeah. And this is video number 22. I'd like to thank you for joining me in this project, this endeavor, to read the entire Bible. I hope you enjoy listening as much as I enjoy reading it. Please feel free to comment if you so desire. Also, please subscribe and give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I hope you come back for the next video, and until then, thank you, and I hope you have a blessed day. I'm NatsMan, and I'm out.